That's a W, baby. That is a W. Best ever launch I've ever had, even with twin engines. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back. I'm here at the drag strip. I am here bracket racing. So I don't know what the car is gonna run. I've got E85 in it, got my slicks on, I've got it fully set up for drag, got the nose lifted, back planted, proper pressures front and back. As far as I can tell, it's gonna be fast. So I'm going to see what it's gonna do. I've got a couple test passes. I got 2 in particular. With the E85, it's gonna be absolutely crazy. So I've got about 60% duty in it. I'm gonna see what it does. I'm gonna try and leave with boost. I'm gonna try and launch it pretty hard. See what happens. It's time to see what it's gonna do. It's gonna be absolutely insane. At 128, not bad for a first lick. All right, so that was a decent pass. It went nearly a 10. It was 11.2, and that was by far my best launch I've had since I've been twin engine, honestly. So that was a 1.8 60 foot. But what happened was I had to pedal it before the 60 foot actually. So this would have been even better because it started really spinning. So I have to turn down the boost a little bit off the launch and then have it bridge in. So it went 128 mile an hour, and this is on the 85, but I'm only running 22 PSI. And for most of the pass, it was under 20 PSI. So that's a really good number for just being literally like around 17 to 20 pounds of boost. So I'm pretty pumped on that, because on the dyno on 35, it made 700. So it's got a lot of power left into the tune. So that's really sick. So traction control is working. I don't know if I told you guys, I've added traction control. So it's helping me remove timing when I'm spinning. So it's a little bit safer. It'll pull timing first, so like degrees of timing to reduce the power, and then if it goes really spinny, it'll kill boost, it'll bring my duty boost down, and then it'll also kill ignition. So it's a lot safer to drive now in my mind, and it's working good. It's taken me a bit to figure that out. I haven't filmed it or anything, because it's kind of my secret how I set it up. But things are actually working. You can actually see here when I'm spinning. So the yellow line is the front wheels, and the green line is the back wheels. And then the red is the ignition timing being pulled when they're spinning. So this is pretty good. Like, the car is running, driving, launching pretty damn hard. We just need driver mod. We need driver mod, we need tuner mod. Need to get that computer all figured out. So I need to really figure out how to get the car to lead, because the 2-step is doing weird stuff because of the clutch. So basically my clutch wasn't 2-step before I wanted it to, and it was just revving right up to red line, like 7 grand isn't optimal. So I backed off the switch, because it's literally just a switch on the clutch, so it'll disengage the launch control later. So I only did it by like 1/4 inch, so we'll see how that's gonna work. And doing bracket racing today, so this is my final time trial. So I'm gonna run the car full out on what I'm doing right now, and we'll see what happens. I think honestly, if I was smart, I'd turn it down a bit, but I'm gonna ask and see how fast I can actually run it. I went 12.4. I turned the boost down. I'm gonna check on what boost it actually was. So that was 16 pounds.
What'd you run?
That was a 12.4.
12.4?
And I pedaled it hard.
Good, good. Leave it. Fuck it. Take 2 clicks out of each rear shock.
Out, so it goes downward?
It's not even, you're dropping maybe half an inch, if that. 2 clicks each shock. Let the ass end drop.
Okay.
Leave it. You'll be all right.
It bogged hard, eh?
It's sticky out there.
Shit.
So let the suspension come down. Let it eat it up.
Right. But it dead hooked, so like, isn't that too much traction?
Didn't dead hook.
It didn't? It spun a bit?
No. No, it walked it. No. What were you on the 2-set?
Yeah, dude, I went over at 100 or 97 miles an hour. I pedaled it hard.
Should have stayed in it. We needed to take out 4/10, not 8.
Right. So don't pedal it as hard.
Yeah. If they use your mirrors, if you're out there and they're coming on you real hard at the 1,000 foot, drop the nose at the line.
Let them break out?
Yeah. Now it's time to play games.
So when I was on the 2-step, it made 3 pounds or 4 pounds. I left on 4.5 pounds, and then it bogged.
Leave on 6.
Okay.
Leave on 6 pounds and see if it pulls itself out of the hole.
Okay.
Because it didn't transfer any weight.
Right. It didn't do the whole thing,
No.
right?
Maybe half an inch. It just walked away. Yeah, wick it up. 6 pounds off the hit.
See what happens.
Leave the rest alone.
And then don't pedal it. Don't just lift, right?
No. Watch your mirror.
Now it is time to drive. This is eliminations. If I'm out, I'm out. If I win, I move to the next round. Simple as that. Every round, there's going to be half the cars that were there. There's about 10 cars here. And we're going to see what happens. My car is like not really set up for this because it's turned down, but that's okay. I'm gonna send it, try and get ahead of them and just hold it a little bit in front of them. That's basically what's gonna happen. I can tell you right now I'm gonna lose because literally last year I lost to this guy and he's got his shit dialed. It's like an old Gremlin. It's automatic and he's experienced. Anyways, yeah. I think I've already lost this one, but who cares? Let's send it and see what I got. I got all the confidence in the world, but I do think his car is set up more than this one for that. Baby, what? Oh, he really like crapped out. So I had him so good. I got a 1.760 foot. Whatever I just did there was perfect. Yo, I thought I was losing. This boy's winning. Yeah. Unfreaking real. This car's sick, man. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. Literally, that guy beat me last year. He's out because the big dog's in, baby. Alright, let's not get ahead of myself. I'm probably gonna lose anyway, but wow, man. Wow. I let off for so long. I'm like waiting for him. But he was way too slow. That was my best launch, bro. Like, let's go. Let's hope everybody sucks more than I do. Because that one's so good. But yo, I think the best driver in the class out. Unreal. That's a W, baby. That is a W. Alright, you might not be able to see much, but I'm in the second round here. Same deal. If I win, I move on. If I lose, I'm out. So let's hope I win. It's working great. The last launch I did was spectacular. It was a 1.7. I'm happy with that. If I did that this morning with that low 11, it would have been in deep into the 10. So that's super. But got to do everything all at the same time to do a good pass. But right now I'm bracket racing, so let's just get it. Get some miles on the car, get some good seat time too. Because I'm running decent boost, nothing crazy, like 17 pounds of boost. So I'm getting the feel for driving it too before I really turn it up. Because there's lots more on the envelope of this thing. Last night didn't really work out. Some guy in the street class got me, but I've got it turned up from the first pass I did, so it should be close to a 10, if not anything around there, 11 or high or low 11s. So we'll see what happens. I can't wait to see what it's gonna do. Like, this is insane. So I'm obviously way too fast for street. Like, the cars are leaving 5-6 seconds before I do, so it's kind of just useless to even do it. I'm still doing it to get test hits, but I'm gonna run it mostly full out. 67% duty. I was at 65 the first pass that went 11.2, and we'll see what happens. So that was an 11.5 at 129. Not as fast as I wanted. It's obviously hot outside, so it's a big difference. Looks like I hit 33 PSI as well. Your butt's gonna be in the video. So what I've noticed is the boost is not really hitting hard in the low gears. So I'm gonna do boost by gear. That will hold the gate shut to spool the turbo up. So now I should see a little bit more response in the low end, and that'll help me in the top end huge. Seems like it's launching pretty decent, so I raised the launch control up to 4,000 RPM, and I'll just ease out of the clutch like I did last time. Hooked up, nice, didn't spin. So we'll see what happens. I think it might go quicker this time. a 1.6 60 foot. Oh my god, best ever. Best ever launch I've ever had, even with twin engine. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! This track is sticky, man. It didn't even spin a bit. 4,000 RPM rev limiter and I was gone. The boost came in a lot harder at the end of the first gear, so it was great. Best launch I've ever done, and my best pass I've ever done with one engine. That's amazing. 1.6 60 foot. This thing's gonna do it, man. Unreal. I had boost by gear there, so that was the first time I used boost by gear. And it was pretty sick. So what happened was, it came on boost really good in first gear, launched me way out of the hole. And then I hit second gear, it pulled decent, third gear, and then it was oscillating. It was going sa, 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 sa. And fourth gear, sa, sa, sa. So the gain set too sensitive, I think, so I'm gonna turn the gain down. I'm not very good with that yet, so we'll see if I can figure out how to do that. I think it's just a sensitivity thing. For fourth, it was oscillating, so it's going from 19 PSI to, holy, that's the jet truck. Since it was oscillating from 19 PSI to 35, it didn't really give me a good mile an hour because I was up and down like crazy and the car was going vroom, vroom, vroom. But making progress here, dialing boost by gear, that's gonna be so sick. So I've taken out some gain in that, so it shouldn't do it as much, and we'll see what happens. So I'm up against these guys. I put my number as 10.99, so hopefully I go a low 11 again or even a 10. See what happens, and I'm definitely at a competitive speed in this class now, which is sick, especially if this tune worked out the way I wanted it to. But these cars have massive tires, like absolutely gnarly machines. Drag racing with the big boys, man. The next round. I read another 11.2 and it oscillated like crazy on the boost control. Damn, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to check that log and make an adjustment. Like, it's just like all over the place. But it helps my 60 foot so much. So that was another 1.6 60 foot. That's very good in my books. And it doesn't spin or nothing. It can take more boost. It wants to leave now. That's super exciting. Other than all the oscillation and stuff issues, like, she wants to leave now. It doesn't spin. It just hooks and goes. It's so good. I made a few adjustments to my bias duty table. Learning so much about this boost by gear stuff. It's super good. So we'll see what happens. We'll try it. It's just trial and error. Hopefully I don't have that huge oscillation. I should really show you that oscillation on the log. It goes from literally 19 PSI to 35 PSI, then back to 19, like every half of a second. It's sat. At 35 pounds down the track, it would be so fast. Oscillation issue. I am adjusting it best I can. It's hard to do like when you're literally in between the races, right? Like in line. So I made adjustment here, I think, and I think it'll be a lot closer. So we'll see. And the two-step's not working anymore. I'm gonna actually test that right now. S10 got me and I'm out, but oh my god, I've probably gotten a dozen full out passes on it. It ran great. I'm dialing it in, I'm figuring things out. That's why I'm here. That is why I'm here. And I had a lot of time in between races to chill with friends, chill with my fiance. It was awesome. The thing is running awesome. Engine did not skip one single beat. The only issue I have right now is that the two-step isn't really working. It'll work sometimes, but sometimes it won't. I don't know what that's all about. I quickly rewired it to see if it was an issue that I could see from wiring, but it didn't end up fixing it. But anyways, maybe I should just wire it right from the ECU all the way to the front and see if that fixes it. Because the two-step makes a good launch, right? That might have saved me there. But that was an 11.4 at 128. The boost by gear was going up and down, oscillating again. Issue I gotta figure out too, I gotta dial in that boost by gear, but it seemed like it was a little bit less, which is super. I'm gonna actually show you the log. So here's my boost oscillation, and this is the beginning of 4th gear. So let me find my mouse here. So this is the beginning of 4th gear, so it should be around 30 PSI the whole way. And it goes from 32 PSI down to 18 PSI, and then back up to 35 PSI, and then down to 14 PSI. Like, this is a huge slope. I've got to figure that out. That's definitely what's killing me from getting the car to go fast, right? But honestly, like, it's even better from the last pass I made. Progress, not perfection. I should honestly test this on the street. This would be much easier to test on the street rather than wait 2 hours to make one pass on the drag strip. I'm so bad. But anyways, things rocking and rolling. Looks sick, drives sick, nothing's broken, and it was just a blast. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Buy some merch.